So if you've recently gone off your fitness program, your diet, your workout, and you've gained a few pounds, I'm going to share something with you that one of my clients said that I thought was really important because it really helps him to not stress out under these circumstances. So I'm going to share with you something that he said. And this happens a lot. The one thing I tell a lot of my clients is there is no straight line from where you start to where you end up at, to your goal. There is no straight line. There's going to be a lot of ups and there's going to be a lot of downs. And our goal throughout the journey is to be consistent throughout. So no matter how good things are, you don't want to get too high on those goods, because that is an indication that when things are bad, you're probably going to get really low. So we want to ride the fine lines. That does not mean that we don't feel the emotions of when things are good, that we get really happy, or when things are bad, that we get sad. But we don't want to be controlled by those emotions. And I always tell my clients the good thing, I can rationalize things within their journeys because I am not emotionally tied to their results. So I can look at all of the data. And that's what I try to instill in my clients, that everything is data. And I always can help my clients more that track better because they take better, they give me more data, better quality data to draw conclusions from. So that's one of the big things I want to teach all my clients is how to interpret the data. Everything, and I hope I'm on a really bumpy road right now, so I'm hoping that the camera footage is stable. If I play this back and the camera footage is stable, then this stabilization on this camera is really good because this road is really bumpy. And it is the middle, 7:30 a.m., the middle of rush hour going to work traffic. So I try to instill in my clients that everything is data, and there is a logical answer oftentimes to most things that are going on with your weight, whether you're gaining weight, losing weight, or your weight staying the same. And the data almost always supports the result. So one of my clients said, and I have it on a sticky note right here, and I probably shouldn't be reading this sticky note, but I wanna say it exactly the way he said it. So he said, having the knowledge of knowing why the weight went up takes off a lot of the stress. So oftentimes people, when they don't know why it goes up, it's stressful because you feel like you did everything right and your weight has gone up. Sometimes you feel like you've done everything wrong and your weight goes down. Still confusing, but just the emotions are different under those circumstances because you got a positive result. So what my client is saying, that by knowing how to analyze the data, by understanding what certain things mean. Again, if your weight goes up, there's a meaning behind that. Something happened. If your weight goes down, there's a meaning behind that. Something happened. And it's the same thing if your weight stays the same. So when you understand the data and how the data affects the moves, it takes the stress off. Because if your weight goes up, you can analyze the data and know why, and then know the corrections to make. This is why they say knowledge is power. So learn how to analyze the data. Work with someone that can teach you how to analyze the data and compile better data. You gotta track. As I always tell my clients, if you're not tracking, you're guessing. The people out there with the best physiques, the ones that you admire, they all are tracking what they do in some way, shape, or form. Some of them are going old school with pen and paper. Some are going old school with pencil and paper. Some are using apps on their phones, but they're tracking what they're doing. Because as I like to say, and if you've been here before, you've heard me say, if you're not tracking, you are guessing. And it is not likely that you are going to, for a long time, guess your way to success. So take good notes, collect good data, and learn how to analyze that data, because learning how to analyze that data does take a lot of the stress off, because you'll know what you did and then you'll know what to do to fix it. So let me know below what you think about this topic. Are you tracking? Are you collecting data? Do you know how to analyze it? Do you even think that tracking, collecting data, and everything that I'm talking about in this video is really that important? Let me know down below what you think. Let me know down below if you have any questions. And if you need help on your journey, click the first link below in the description, fill out the form, and the two of us together will figure out what we need to do to get you from where you're at to where you want to be. And as always, the first coaching call is free.